What in tarnation?
Howdy folks, this is Applegeek, and welcome back for another reaction. Just a brief announcement before I get into this. I just wanted to let you all know that next week, next Saturday, I have a prior commitment that particular day for an event, so it's going to be a little bit later in the day before I'm able to actually watch and react to that week's episode. So it is going to be, definitely a little later getting that uploaded. Just wanted you all to know that so you're not, wondering why haven't I uploaded yet. So anyway, that's all I wanted to say about that. On to this week's episode, My Little Pony Season 7, Episode 4. I have heard that Nick Conflone wrote this one, which is definitely a good thing for me, because he's, in my opinion, one of the better writers for the show at the moment. So, can't wait to see what he's got in store for us. So, let's get this rolling. Starting now.
So, in closing, earning a doctorate in rock studies from the Equestrian Institute of Rockology is no easy feat.
Smod graduating.
I'm proud of each and every one of you. No, just you, actually.
One. Yes! And the whole Pie family. Did Pinkie get that from Lyra?
And is that magnesium-rich basalt?
Hey, Boulder.
It is my honor to present our Valoroctorian, Maud Pie. Excuse me, Dr. Pie.
Oh.
Dr. Pie! Dr. Pie! Dr. Pie?
Love this. We get to see all the Pie family again.
I'm Maud.
Yeah, you are! Brilliant speech! Encore!
Pinkie, dial it back just a notch.
There's more, Pinkie. I'm Maud. Pie. Thank you.
Rousing speech.
Brilliant speech! Encore! Encore! Encore!
Brohoof Boulder. Oh, okay. I'm not sure where this episode is going. Okay, Maud has graduated from Rockology? School of Rockology? And apparently she was the only student? How does that school stay in business? But yeah, Pie Family episode. I'm very curious to see... I hope we get a lot more interaction of the family members here, because, yeah, this... We didn't get enough of that back in Heartbreakers. Okay.
You're moving to Ponyville! We'll live together and get funk beds, and I'll make us fuzzy slippers that say best sister friends forever. Although I
Oh my word! Rock solid friendship.
But we don't have to decide right now because we'll be together all the time, since when it comes to Ponyville, the doctor is in!
Slow down, Pinkie.
Is that a Charlie
Pie.
Brown reference?
You're moving to Ponyville.
I'm not definitely moving to Ponyville.
It's like
Of course
Dory
you are,
reference?
silly.
I don't know.
You said there's nothing left to study but home on the rock map, so I might move to Ponyville.
I'm also considering Ghastly Gorge.
Nice. Yes,
Classic Maud sense of humor. You should do stand-up.
I do. But that wasn't a joke.
She does.
Ghastly Gorge?
She burned Discord.
Terrible, awful, no fun, all alone canyon in the middle of nowhere?
There. Or Ponyville.
But Ponyville is so...
That's
Ghastly
kind of your
Gorge
thing,
is so...
Pinkie. That's not necessarily Maud's thing.
It's a rock-based decision.
But what about the SFS?
That's logical.
That's why I'm giving Ponyville a chance.
So all I have to do is prove Ponyville has better rocks than Ghastly Gorge? Challenge accepted.
Oh
We'll
my.
Stuff off at my place and then hold on to your world, cause it's about to
get
get rocked.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Ghastly
well.
Gorge may have rocks,
So
but our
apparently not
champion
focusing on the family, but oh well. It's Maud, who cares? That's a lot of jewels.
Huh?
Really, Pinkie?
You'll
Where did you get that? Oh,
It's
callbacks!
lovely to see you again. Oh, congratulations on your rock turret. What are you doing now?
Talking to you.
Right.
Yes, isn't it obvious, Rarity?
Well, if your trained eye happens to see a chartreuse gem, I'm desperate to find one.
I found one.
Oh, you're an absolute darling. This will surely
She's
make
better
your
at this than
gown
Rarity.
stand out at Countess Coloratura's album release party. Do you know how rare this is? Just another day in Ponyville.
That's actually a really common gem.
Huh?
Oh!
These are all really common gems.
They are?
Oh,
Come on.
oh my Rarity!
That's why I didn't bring him here to impress you. I wanted to make sure you had a chance to say hello to your old pal.
This is supposed to be Rarity's special talent, and Maud's just completely
Way to go, Mod.
blow her away on
The
it.
to-do list. You know what I'm saying? Check. Now let's get moving, because I'm about to show you something that'll make you yell.
Yes!
Alright.
Another check mark.
All right.
See?
Rarity. Rarity is now questioning in the entire world.
Made of rocks. What? Did I just blow your mind? I think I just blew your mind.
A
No.
lot of structures are made from rocks, Pinkie. They're a very stable building material.
But this place grew out of nowhere after a magical key-built gem followed a rainbow and buried itself in the ground. I mean, have you ever seen rocks like this?
Yes.
Yes.
No, you haven't!
We literally just saw hundreds of them in the gem cave.
But... oh, look at those rocks!
The dry humor is amazing here.
Those are stingbush seed pods.
See, those are not rocks.
So they are!
Ouch.
But, look at that rock! It's even got 4 smaller
That's
rocks around
hey,
it.
Tank.
That's a tortoise.
Aw.
Outside are you on, Tank?
Wow.
Wait a minute!
Don't let Fluttershy see you do that.
A rock shaped like Lyra heartstrings!
That is Lyra Heartstrings.
Total
Aww.
Guess you won't be moving to Ponyville after all.
Trying too hard,
Rocks at
Pinkie.
Ghastly Gorge don't know how lucky they are to have you.
Actually, rocks aren't the only reason I'm considering Ponyville.
Why didn't
said
you say so?
It's a rock-based decision.
I'm obviously passionate about exotic rocks, but I've always studied them alone. I could handle some less exciting rocks if it meant I'd have some pony to talk to besides Boulder.
Are you saying you want a friend?
I wouldn't mind one.
Modelina Daisy
Oh,
Pie.
no.
This'll be easy.
Modelina Daisy Pie.
6 qualities assigning each one a numeric
Full name!
between
We have
1
a full
and 7,
name.
7 being essential and 1 being
It isn't hard to meet some pony I like. It's finding some pony who gets me.
I get you.
That
My
is.
sister. It's different.
Maud, you are the best. You never know when the lightning of friendship will strike. Some pony can come barreling
I'm not sure
through
where
the
this is
door at
going.
this very moment and become your best friend.
Is this gonna be somebody we know or a new character?
You know, I really thought some pony was going to come barreling through that.
Oh, hey, Starlight.
Oh, my fault. Totally my fault. Are you okay? I should have been watching where I was going.
D-
You look really
She's starting to take after
familiar.
Twilight.
Have we met before?
Yes.
I knew it. What?
Don't tell me. Yeah, see, I was really hoping you'd tell me while I pretended to remember.
How is this possible?
I traveled Equestria for my doctorate dissertation.
Did she meet her back before? Oh!
Do you know a lot about rocks?
Oh!
Have you ever come across some kind of super powerful stone that can
Did
store
not
the
see
key
this
or magic
coming.
Of, I don't know, an entire village?
Yep. In the big cave.
Really? Really?
Hey, I got an idea.
So it was Maud's fault?
Tell every pony that you maybe for sure accidentally helped Starlight enslave a town. Hell,
Okay.
no, Pony.
It's not like she's enslaved any pony lately.
Oh! Oh!
Well, great seeing you again.
How many times are you gonna keep stabbing Starlight with that?
Offer to help.
What?
Offer to help.
You wanna help?
Do I?
Of course you do. Go.
Okay.
I'm still not sure where this is going, but yeah, those two should make an interesting combination.
Best friends, and then Maud will choose Ponyville, and we'll get to wear BSFF slippers.
Whatever. Best sister friend something, I don't
Rocks
know.
take on different properties when interacting with magic. With the right stone, you could rule all of Equestria if you wanted to.
Don't tell her.
You're messing with me.
Am I?
Oh my word. Is that dirt in the background?
So, other than rocks, what else are you into?
Minerals, plate tectonics. Oh, and stand-up comedy, of course.
Of course. Yeah, that was derpy.
I like kites.
Okay.
Kites are cool.
Not a whole lot in common, but we'll see how it goes.
The trick with an SLK is not to make the spars too heavy. But if they're too light, you got no ballast, and then good luck tacking against the AOI.
Okay, she doesn't just like kites.
They're
She
starting to
loves
grow on
kites.
Pizza delivery! Maud and Starlight?
Pinkie, really?
You're here too? Whoa! What a coincidence! Because I was just, you know, delivering this pizza to, you.
Aww!
So how's it going?
Just
Derpy
hanging
gets free
out.
pizza. That's gonna be a meme
Time
now,
to
I think.
bond and talk about feelings. For example, do you feel like you're becoming friends?
I feel like I don't want to talk about feelings.
Great! I'll go next. I
Sure.
feel like I love that you two are becoming best friends. I mean, your friendship could be the friendship
Have
that
we
makes
not-
Maud move to Ponyville. No pressure, Starlight.
Didn't we learn this lesson
Hello?
a few seasons ago,
Where did
Pinkie?
you go?
You can't force
Sorry
friendship.
about my sister. There's no half excited with her.
Oh, I know.
Nope.
But she always calms down. Eventually.
Eventually.
Why do you
Oh,
find rocks so
Back in the
fascinating?
cave again.
Each one has a different story to tell. Like Boulder here. This tells me he's over 2,000 years old. You don't look a day over 600.
Wow. You can tell that from a line?
I didn't get a rock drip because I can shred on guitar like no pony else.
That would be awesome if she could, though.
Another reason I like rocks. They don't exclude you if you're different than other ponies.
They're beautiful and strong, but they don't judge you or make you feel less than in any way.
This just got
starting
deep.
to like rocks too.
Aww.
It's hollow?
What?
It's granite. Hollow granite is highly unusual.
What is in there?
Something
Whoa!
like this?
No, and that's unusual. for me.
Oh, snap.
I thought you went your
Pinkie,
separate ways, but you can't imagine how
you're like at
happy
stalker
you are
level
to both
now.
go together and to witness one of your first best friends. Your first time discovering an underground cavern! Ah, I can't wait till you're old and
Someone's
eating
gotta-
pistachios together and telling your grandpas about this.
Graphics.
Oh no!
Really?
They're not bonding! I got an idea!
This cavern's got like a journey to the center of the earth vibe coming off it here.
Whoa! I'm tripping on a rock at this very moment!
Pinkie, what are you doing? You're in, no, do not seal him.
Oh no! My accidental clumsiness has trapped us here. Where you'll be
Really?
able to bond until we're rescued.
Oh, we don't have to wait for that. There's gotta be
I
a
see-
spell that...
Get us out of here, boy.
What? Okay, I was thinking Maud could drill out, Twilight could, or Starlight could blast him out.
No, that was sandstone.
But Boulder to the rescue.
More sand than stone, apparently.
I'm thinking you wear these around your necks at all times so I don't lose you again, you sillies. That way I can track your progress as friends. Ooh, and tomorrow we can have a friendship brunch. What's your favorite kind of omelet cupcake? Mine's jalapeno red velvet.
Yeah,
That does not sound appealing.
Make it.
You'll change your minds when you smell the yummy food. Come on.
Okay, sure.
Oops.
I love the way she said that.
Tomorrow's brunch is gonna be the scrumptious brunch
This-
brunch ever.
Yeah, about that.
The problem
These
is,
two
when you
actually
two are
gonna
alone,
become
I'm gonna
friends?
get
Good
data
friends?
points on your friendship probabilities. Were you making Starlight smile? How was Starlight's smile to frown ratio? Anything over 5 to 1 is great. Oh, and how many times did you smile like this?
Never.
0 times.
Oh, Maud, don't be so hard on yourself. You've got the best friendship maker in Ponyville on the case. I'll be by your side the whole time. Oh, speaking of which, your belt fell off, silly.
Really?
Pinkie Pie, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but
But...
never mind.
Don't worry,
Oh.
Maud. When you see this brunch, you'll realize everything's gonna be okay. And then I have amazing bonding activities planned for the next 17 days. You and Starlight will be besties.
Okay, Pinkie, if she
in no
leaves,
time.
it's your fault.
Good night. Cupcake coming.
Of course she'd have a clapper. And Maud's gone.
Friendship brunch.
Uh-huh.
Pinkie Pie, thank you for trying so hard to help me make friends.
Yep, she's
But my
gone.
decision has to be rock-based. And Ghastly Gorge has such great rocks. I won't even have time for friends. It's better this way. Sorry it didn't work out. Maud.
Maud, wait.
Well, that obviously wasn't the real reason, but...
Maud.
But hey, at least she tried to, you know, save Pinkie's feelings in the matter.
Starlight, wake up.
Oh, if this is about brunch, you know what? Jalapeno red velvet omelets sound gross. I just can't.
Oh! Honesty!
I guess Ghastly Gorge really does have the best rocks.
Why
Aw,
couldn't you two just be friends?
they
Pie? I
were.
like Maud.
You do?
Yeah, she's weird.
Hey!
No, in a
In a good
way.
way.
She
Thank
sees
you.
the world in a totally different way than any pony I've ever met. She accepts me for who I am. She taught me that a rock is never just a rock, and she can make anything funny. We never had to say it, but we got each other.
You really
Wow.
were becoming friends?
I think so, but you kinda, sorta
Ruined it.
got in the way.
Uh-huh.
You're right, too harsh. Let's go with you ruined everything all the time?
That's not any better.
That's worse. What I'm trying to say is,
I have to go.
ta-da, friendship lesson learned.
Aww. You know, sometimes you gotta learn lessons the hard way. And that's what's happening for Pinkie right now.
Sigh.
Oh. What is that?
Oh, Jasper. This must
Uh-oh.
be my lucky day.
I know. Yeah. Okay, that was the same gorge that Rainbow Dash flew through back in the the pet competition episode.
Mud tracks.
Mud tracks. What are you, a hound dog now?
Hello, Pinkie Pie. I found Emerald Jasper.
Just an average day in the life of a geologist, apparently.
Are you okay, Mud? That eel almost ate you.
What eel?
Oh, that eel. Wow.
Didn't come. I'm having a great time on my own. I
And
even made a new friend.
no.
Is it a rock?
Yes.
Yes.
Maud!
I don't belong in Ponyville. It
Yes,
only
you
proves
do.
I'm better off all by myself. Like I always have been.
Don't say that! It was all my fault! I thought I knew everything about making friends, but I didn't even know my own sister! I forced you to do things my way, but my way isn't your way!
This way.
Yes.
Exactly!
Was she
No.
like 6 inches
This
off the
way.
ground? Yep. Nice camera angles.
I thought you couldn't make a friend without my help, but it turns out you couldn't make a friend with my help. I underestimated you, and I'm sorry.
I know you did it out of love. You're my best sister friend forever.
Aww.
Oh, Maud! I love you bigger than all Equestria!
Wow.
And you melt my heart more easily than sodium-rich plagioclase feldspar.
I don't know what that means.
Neither do I.
Please, 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 please give Ponyville another chance. But more importantly, give me another chance to leave you alone.
What do you think, Boulder?
Boulder agrees. Nice.
You're back.
Boulder went lumberjack or something. I don't know.
For good?
Mm-hmm.
We'll see.
This doesn't mean we need to start talking about feelings, does it?
No. No, no,
No
no, no,
way.
no. Nope.
Maybe after this we could decorate my new place.
Totally. Where is it?
Where it?
Well,
Yes.
it's not in Ponyville. More like Ponyville adjacent.
It's a cave. Oh! That, of course. Duh. Why did I not think of that?
My sister's totally staying in Ponyville. I mean Ponyville adjacent.
Close enough. Pinkie!
Sorry, I'm leaving. I promise. I'm not even here. You're wearing the slippers. Okay. I'm leaving.
I didn't even notice this.
Wrong way.
Wow, okay. I kind of wish you'd had a little bit of a thing with Rarity again at the end or something, but oh well. Alright, well. You know, this has been a long time coming, I think. This has been an issue for Pinkie for quite a while. Interesting to see that they finally attacked this head on. So I'm going to watch this again, collect some more thoughts on this, and I will be right back. Stay tuned. Alright, and I'm back. Boy, this season has yet to have a bad episode. Great episode. This is really the first one in quite a while we've had that's been strongly focused on Pinkie Pie as, for a character growth episode for her. I was just looking through old episodes here, and it looks like the last time we had one like this was actually The Gift of the Maud Pie, which was back in episode 3 of season 6. There was also Spice Up Your Life, more in the middle of the season, but that was a Cutie Map episode with her and Rarity, and I personally felt like that was maybe a little more strongly focused on Rarity than it was Pinkie Pie, or at the very least it was more of a group focus. This here was... And yeah, there was multiple characters involved, just like there was in The Gift of Maud Pie, but in terms of the moral lesson, it was very firmly focused on Pinkie Pie. So, those seem to be getting less frequent, so it was definitely fun to see. And thankfully, they finally addressed a problem that Pinkie has had for quite a while. She gets extremely overexcited about various things that she finds reason to celebrate, and it just gets a little out of control sometimes. I mean, you definitely want to have somebody around that does get very excited about things and wants to celebrate things, and it just makes the world a happier place. They get other people to be excited and stuff too. That's not inherently a bad thing in the least at all, but you can take things a little bit too far sometimes, and I was noticing that back in the premiere episode, the first couple episodes of the season, she was just kind of really overexcited about things there too, and is actually more toned down in last episode. But here again, she was just going crazy over Maud's graduation. I mean, she loves Maud to death, so of course she would get excited. So when it's stuff regarding her close friends and family, she goes even a little bit more overboard than usual, I think. So that it's not really a bad thing. You just like to tone that down a little bit. So, but yeah, in this instance here, following the graduation, she got crazy excited because Maud was thinking about moving to Ponyville. I mean, with the relationship that Pinkie and Maud have, it certainly makes sense that she would go nuts over that, because she doesn't get to see Maud all that often. So with Maud moving closer to her, they'd be able to do stuff together a lot more frequently. So I certainly get the excitement factor there. But basically the reason for Maud potentially moving to Ponyville was because she was finding that she was missing out on some things by not having anyone to talk to except Boulder, who isn't exactly the best conversationalist. So she alluded to the fact that she was looking for a friend. And of course, Pinkie just latched onto that, because Pinkie is all about, people making friends. So, but you would have thought at this point she'd remember the lesson that she already learned in the first Maud Pie episode, named Maud Pie, back in season 4, where she learned there that you can't force people to be friends with each other. She wanted, in the worst way, for Maud to become friends with all of her friends so they could all get along and do things together and whatever. I mean, not a bad thing to want, but you have to allow people to become friends naturally. You can't just force people together. And I would have liked to have seen her remember some of that in this case, but I like I've said before in some of my commentaries, we don't always remember and adhere to every single lesson we ever learn in life. Sometimes we need reminders. And in this case, there was an ulterior motive behind it too. It wasn't just that she wanted to find a friend for Maud. It was like, hey, if I do this, then Maud will, move in close to me, so there's a significant benefit for me. So I think she kind of just, forgot about some of that stuff and just like, I've got to figure out how to make this work. Like, I can't let this opportunity slip by. So, I mean, she to the point when Maud was working with doing things with Starlight, like Pinkie is even collecting data points and stuff. They had like charts and graphs and whatever, and is trying to figure out how to make them work better together. I'm like, Pinkie, have you been taking science lessons from Twilight again? But no, I said she just loves her sister to death, and she's willing to do anything to try and make it happen for Maud to move in closer. So, but ultimately she finally had to face the hard truth in that her trying to force this situation was just kind of inhibiting the process that could have happened a lot more naturally. And she needed to be faced with the truth that her efforts, as well-intentioned as they might be, aren't always the most helpful thing. Sometimes you just need to step back and out of the way to allow things to happen the way they need to happen. So, but she did help though. I was chatting about this with Capron a little bit, and he'd point out that Pinkie did actually help, because of the fact that she was parading Maud around Ponyville, trying to point out, hey, we got some cool rock stuff going on here, and because of that, Starlight and Maud met, which they might not otherwise have. If Pinkie had just left Maud to look around on her own, that might not have happened. So then Maud might never have found a friend that would have given her a reason to stay in Ponyville. So, it wasn't that Pinkie wasn't completely in the way. She did help a little bit. So it's just an interesting point. As far as Maud goes, like a full name. We got a full name in this episode. Maudalena Daisy Pie, to go along with Pinkamena Diane Pie. Now I'm wondering what the others are named. it's like Marbleina Diamond Pie or something, limestone. I'm not even sure where to go with that one, but maybe we'll eventually find out. I don't know. But yeah, as I mentioned, she was, coming to Ponyville to look for a friend, and she was said she was even willing to, be around less interesting rocks in order to have somebody to talk to besides Boulder. Like, okay. All of a sudden, we're starting to get some significant detail and depth into Maud's character. Getting to see a little bit more about like what goes through her mind. But what she's saying, it's like it's not hard for her to like other ponies. Apparently, she's not difficult to please in that regard. But she wanted to meet somebody who really got her, who really understood her. And that certainly makes sense because Maud is a very different sort of individual. Her humor is very dry. Her expressiveness is very subdued. And, that makes her quite different than a lot of other individuals around her. And so she was probably feeling, left out and whatnot. And I said, we just wanted somebody that she could really connect with. Pinkie, of course, saw that golden opportunity that she and Starlight were already acquainted to try and, again, push their friendship together. So, yeah, that... I'll come back to that in a little bit. It was interesting, at first it seemed like when I first watched this, I'm like, there's no way that Starlight and Maud would end up becoming good friends. Like, I thought this is just going to be a thing, again, where Pinkie would try and push them together, and it just would not work out. Because I didn't see that they had anything in common. And even initially, it's like, okay, Starlight likes kites, and Maud, I don't know that Maud's done anything with kites before. And, of course, Maud was really into rocks, which Starlight wasn't. But, they started sharing those interests with each other. And, they found that they actually kind of enjoyed sharing those activities. And the key thing there is that when they were in the cave and Maud was talking about the rocks, about how they're, well, she and Starlight were both talking. It's like, okay, they're beautiful and they don't judge you for who you are, for being different and whatnot. That kind of hit me because I'm like, okay, for the first time, at least in that I've thought about it, Maud is admitting that she is aware of just how different she is from others around her. And apparently it's kind of suggested that she's suffered from that a little bit. Like, she knows she's different. She knows that she doesn't fit in that well. And thus is probably why she doesn't really have any friends. And, I think, quite honestly, a lot of people in this fandom, myself included, can very much relate to that. So, that just kind of really hit me a little bit. And that resonated with Starlight, too. Because even though it's from a completely different perspective, Starlight kind of felt the same way. She had things in her past that made her feel different than everyone else around her. She feels less adequate than others or something. She's burdened by her past no matter how much she tries to get past that. So it made sense that, and I'm sure she's always afraid of others finding out what she did and judging her based on that and things like that. So definitely there's some common ground there in terms of their life experience, if not their hobbies or professions or whatever you'd like to term them. So I said at that point I'm like, okay, and at that point we saw Maud smile. I think there's a couple different times in there where she actually smiled. Like, ooh, that's a big step right there. And I said, okay, at this point I'm like, maybe they are going to become friends. I'm starting to see some common ground there. But then, of course, Pinkie was just going, on and on with this stuff, trying to push them harder and harder. It's like they're already becoming friends. You don't need to keep pushing the situation. But Pinkie just wasn't really getting the clue. So, and unfortunately, it got to the point where she pushed too hard, and Maud basically just had to get out of there because she just couldn't put up with that stuff anymore. is just too overbearing. But she wasn't honest with Pinkie about why she left. I mean, she said the note, and even later when Pinkie confronted her, she's like, I realized that Ponyville isn't the place that I need to be. I'm better off alone. I'm not sure if she actually believed that or not. I think she probably knew better. It's just that she didn't want to actually hurt her sister's feelings. So she just thought rather than confront Pinkie about it and deal with that, she just thought it was better. I'm just gonna leave and not make the situation any worse. But I think that might have almost hurt Pinkie a little worse than if she had actually confronted Pinkie about it, because Pinkie was going to get hurt either way. I think is the way it went. But it actually took Starlight to actually throw the truth into Pinkie's face about that you're just you're in the way. We were liking each other. It was a different style of friendship bonding, or whatever you'd like to call it. It was a different style of friendship than Pinkie was probably used to. Pinkie's just like, hey, new person, friend, So, Starlight was great in this too. I just got to shift to that a little bit. Wow. I had no idea she liked kites. That came out of nowhere, but I loved seeing that. It's like, hey, it's not a one-dimensional character. She's not just like, oh, woe is me, sorry past, trying to be reformed. No, she's got hobbies. She's got her own interests and things like that. And boy, she is really into kites. Hope you guys enjoyed the notes I put up there. I actually had to look up the terms being thrown out left and right in this stuff, because I'm like, okay, what are these acronyms? What is this about? Those are legitimate, acronyms and stuff. Somebody did their research on this. So Nick Conflone did his research on this. But yeah, once again, we saw another episode and another reminder of her past misdeeds. Although, this one came with a twist. Apparently, Maud Pie is the one who told her where to find the rock that she used to steal other ponies' cutie marks. I think it's safe to say that probably nobody saw this one coming. So, yeah, this one will give her the fact that we got a little bit of backstory out of that made this one rather fun to address, but at the same time, I did feel bad for her because, like, yet another reminder, and then she's walking off like, ugh, I guess I'm gonna go do errands now, and now I'm depressed. I was in a good mood before. But then, Pinkie pushed Maud to go spend time with her. Again, another thing that Pinkie actually did right in this. And by the two, spending time becoming friends, I mean, not only was this good for Maud, this was also quite good for Starlight, because we haven't really seen Starlight become close friends with anyone other than Trixie so far. So now Starlight has made a great friend in Maud. And that's a big step forward for Starlight, quite honestly. And it didn't even require Twilight's involvement. Imagine if Twilight had been in here trying to push that right alongside Pinkie. Oh, my word. So, yeah. But, actually brought up an interesting thing, too, in terms of the rock stuff. Yet another little insight into how magic works in this world. Maud stated that rocks take on different properties when magic is involved. And that supposedly, you get the right kind of rock, you can take over the entire world. I'm not sure if she was kidding, because you can never tell. But I'm just wondering if that's going to be a little bit of foreshadowing or something. I kind of hope not, but you never know. Could that be something that'll tie in later, like in the season finale? I don't know. The writers have been proven to be very clever so far, so I'm going to keep that one in the back of my mind, see if that comes back around in the future at all. But yeah, ultimately she is the one that ended up, telling Pinkie the truth about the matter, and it was a difficult situation. I thought she did quite well. I mean, it looked like she felt like she failed by hurting Pinkie's feelings, but somebody had to tell her. So, and frankly, jalapeno red velvet omelets or cupcakes or whatever the heck they were. Like, just no. Just no. It's like Starlight said was on everybody's mind. Ew. And just in general, I love the sass from Starlight in this episode. She yanked off the cowbells. It's like, oops. That and some of the looks that she was giving Pinkie and whatever, just like, are you serious right now? I love seeing this little sassy side of Starlight Glimmer. And that to me, it makes me feel like she's gaining confidence in herself, where she's able to act like that around people that she's friends with and stuff. So not always, second guessing herself, being nervous about saying or doing the wrong thing, and having her friend, pushing her friends away by accident. So that was fun to see. But yeah, I think that's pretty much this episode. It's a great lesson for Pinkie. She just needs to learn, when to help out and when to just take a step back and let things happen. So again, I understand she had a stake in this with wanting to have Maud live closer to her so they can spend more time together. But at the same time, you can't force friendship. It just doesn't work. So yeah, it's good to see that it all worked out in the end, though. So maybe that means we'll be seeing more Maud Pie in the near future. I don't know. Just have to see. Just to throw out here, I do love the trend of the continued callbacks to previous episodes and seasons. There's like a lot of them this episode. There's Rarity and Spike doing the jewel hunting, like they did back in Gauntlet of Fire. Got to see Ghastly Gorge again, which was from May the Best Pet Win back in season 4. Gauntlet of Fire was last season 6. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, getting my seasons mixed up here. So yeah, Ghastly Gorge again, and the what I call those eel things, whatever they're called. Just nice callback to that when Rainbow Dash flew through that. And Tank even made an appearance in this episode, although I'm not sure where Rainbow Dash was. Would have been fun to have a cameo there of her getting mad at Pinkie for yelling at Tank or something. But anyway, and then yeah, Pinkie basically spelled out the how Twilight's Castle came to be at the end of season 4 in a nutshell. So just I know it's small things, but just these continuity callbacks, it's just so fun to see these, because it just makes the world feel much more cohesive, and we see that there's timeline progression on things. So those are fun. And oh yeah, just one other thing to mention. I completely missed this on first watch, caught it on the rewatch, but Countess Coloratura's new album coming out, according to what Rarity was saying. I'm glad we finally have another mention of that, because we got nothing on that last season. I'm really hoping that's foreshadowing of an upcoming Coloratura episode. I'd love to see her come back again. It is interesting, though, that Rarity specifically stated Countess Coloratura. I know she had this whole huge brand built around the Countess in her music career, but after the events of the main attraction, it seemed like she was maybe, reversing course in that and dropping that part of stuff and going back to being her more true self and stuff. So I didn't know if that brand was necessarily representative of the way she wanted to be from that point forward. So yeah, if she shows up again, I'm going to be very curious to see how things have been going for her and what she's doing with that brand. So yeah, that's all I got on this one, folks. Thanks. I know it's been a really long commentary again, but thanks for watching and listening, and I look forward to another new episode next week. So again, that one will be probably a little more delayed than this one because of another event I've got going on, but I will get to it as soon as I can. So for now, we'll see you next time.